Everybody, we're talking about teenager fragrances, so I'm gonna recommend some on the designer end that are gonna have you smelling like the best teen in your friend group. And you know what, these can work for young adults as well. All right, the first one I don't have is YEDP by YSL. I'm gonna have everything linked so you can just click around in the description box to see what I'm talking about. But YEDP to me is the prince of versatility. That fragrance can literally be worn for anything. If you only need one scent, one cologne, you can totally go for that one. And it lasts around 7-ish hours. I think you can pull off 8 with that fragrance if you spray a little bit more, but it's a sage fragrance. So it doesn't smell medicinal. Don't worry about that, but that adds to the freshness. And it's just something that a lot of girls really like. You're going to be hard pressed to find a girl that's like, oh, I hate that fragrance, that smells bad. It'll be the opposite. It'll be the opposite. I'm not saying that it's a sexy fragrance, but it has that freshness that will get you compliments because they're like, oh man, this person smells good. Wow, I like that. I like that. Very inoffensive, safe scent. If I was like 16 years old and I wanted like a cologne and I was at Macy's, that'd be the one that I'd go pick for my everyday use. So YEDP by YSL. The next one that's a masculine leaning one is very popular, Versace Eros. Okay, Eros is not a prince of versatility like YEDP, but it's sexy. You know, that's the fragrance that when you're going to parties or you're going on a date, it's like this mint apple vanilla fragrance. It has a very likable DNA to a lot of women. There's a reason why that fragrance is super popular because a lot of girls love it, so a lot of guys buy it. You know what I mean? So if you just want something that's going to be very easy to like and you know that it's going to be appreciated by some feminine company, Versace Eros. Just don't overspray too much of it because like there are some girls that associate that smell with someone that just went too hard on the trigger because they're just, yeah, they want to get noticed. Don't worry, it'll get you noticed. You can stick to your 3 to 5 sprays and you'll be good for the night. Okay, Versace Eros. One for the ladies, or if you like feminine scents, actually, let me talk about this one, is Cloud by Ariana Grande. And this one you can find for like less than $60 for a full-size bottle. This fragrance, and you know what? It's actually very unisex. You can like, there's guys that wear this and it smells amazing on them. But it's like this cotton candy tropical fragrance. There's a very unique whipped cream note in this scent, but this thing pulls a lot of compliments. Now, if you're a woman watching this, a teenage girl, you might have seen reviews and comments from other girls saying, oh, this thing smells like burnt plastic. This thing, it smells like bad, all that kind of stuff. Skin chemistry, okay? If you go to Ulta, test it on your skin, don't rub it in, see how you enjoy the fragrance because a lot of people are just outing themselves saying that the fragrance smells bad when it actually just smells bad on them because this scent is very enjoyable. You can spray it on your clothes if your skin isn't reacting that well with it, but this fragrance, men really do enjoy, okay? This is a scent that turns heads, and for a fragrance that's like $60, solid. I smell this fragrance over 8 to 9 hours. Absolutely. So I don't know what people are talking about saying that this thing doesn't last. It really does. So I think you can get nose blind to it, but if you're someone that wants Baccarat Rouge, but it's not in your budget right now, then try Cloud by Ariana Grande. It's a dupe of it. It doesn't smell exactly like Baccarat, but it's similar enough to where people are going to notice the sweet cotton candy-ish DNA. So Cloud by Ariana Grande is a solid one. Another good one, and there's a good reason I talk about this a lot because it's really affordable. Versace Bright Crystal. This fragrance, even if you get the small pocket atomizer of it, you can throw it in your purse, throw it in whatever, and you are gonna smell fantastic. You know how I said that YEDP was like the prince of versatility? To me, this is like the princess of versatility. She does it all. Like, and there's a lot of guys that were actually in my DMs asking, like, no, they said, there was guys and lesbians actually that were like, this girl that I went on a date with, I had to ask her what she was wearing because I loved it so much, and it was this fragrance. It was Versace Bright Crystal. So the way this thing has people in a chokehold is insane. I'm not over exaggerating it. It gets a lot of great reactions. It's a pomegranate, magnolia, lotus kind of fragrance. And the interesting thing that I saw on Fragrantica is that it has an ice note. And I don't know what that means, but I do know that when I wore this fragrance, it did have this kind of cooling effect. And I felt that before I looked on the Fragrantica note breakdown. So I guess that kind of explains it, but this fragrance does it all really well for the high heat too. So Versace Bright Crystal. And I believe, yeah, no, you know what? I'll do one more. This one's more on the masculine side, but this is for the person that only has like less than $35 in their pockets and you want to just smell nice. First Instinct by Abercrombie & Fitch. This fragrance maybe lasts around 4 to 5 hours, but for a $30 scent, like for a $30 price point, that's not too bad really. And this fragrance does pull compliments. It just smells decent. So this one's marketed to men, but when I was wearing this, people didn't think it was a masculine fragrance because like they would compliment me and then I'd be like, what do you think? Like, do you see that? Is it unisex to you? Is it masculine, feminine? They're like, that smells unisex to me. So yeah, that was just the reaction I got. I think other people on the internet are going to say it's very masculine, but this is like a fresh melon fragrance. When I first sprayed it, I got cantaloupe and honeydew. That's what it smelled like in the air and on my skin. I was like, damn, this smells like cantaloupe. I was like, it smells like cantaloupe. But yeah, it's a melon note. So this fragrance, I would say, is nice on a date. I think even if you wore this at school, it would be inoffensive as well. But I see this more for like barbecues if you're going out, if you're at the beach or something like that, and you want to have like a fresh, sexy fragrance. This is a good way to go. So Eros is more of like the sweet, sexy one. And this can be a nice, fresh, sexy for a couple hours, you know. It's nothing that's going to last all day. Oh, man, that's so good. It's so good. And if we have to throw in one more for the ladies, or for, and you know, no. Oh, something about me is, I want to reach for this one. I want to reach for Dolce & Gabbana, The Only One too. Yeah, okay. So this one I see both on the teens and on the young adults, like I mentioned before, but this fragrance is a date night scent. So, you know, when you're a teenager and you're going on these dates for the first time and you want to smell nice and someone's taking you out to dinner, this is a really nice fragrance. I do find it sexy. It's not too loud and it's really nice in your scent bubble. Like, this makes my eyes roll back. This is also a fragrance that I would recommend. Like if I do a video on fragrances to spray on your sheets before something, you know what I'm talking about, I would include this fragrance in here. Yeah, oh shit. To me, this is kind of like a combination of Good Girl by Carolina Herrera and Black Opium fused into one on my skin. All right? Test it for yourself. See how you like it. Those are my 6 teenager fragrances that you can find at literally any mall. So don't worry about having it shipped. Don't even worry about paying for a sample. Just go into the mall or wherever, spray it on your wrist, let it air dry. Don't spray it super close where the juice is dripping and it makes you want to rub it in. Just spray it at a distance and then don't touch it. And throughout the day, be like, okay, am I enjoying the scent, or damn, it's been 2 hours and it's gone off my skin? And also ask the people around you, can you smell this? Do you smell me? Because you might get nose blind to it. But anyways, I hope that helps. I hope you smell sexy and I hope you have a great night. See you later. Bye.